What if every choice you make today opens the door to a different version of your life tomorrow? Imagine living in a multiverse of infinite possibilities where you're not just a passive observer, but an active creator. In this video, I'll show you how to navigate these possibilities and align with the timeline that resonates most with your highest potential. Now imagine a tree with branches. The branches are going out in all different directions. It seems to be haphazard and without organization. But when you look closer, it all makes sense. It's an organized chaos. Hi, I'm Jeff, the creator of Epic Mind Visions, where I explore ancient wisdom, timeless concepts, and merge them with futuristic insights to help you create a life of clarity, a life of purpose to create the success that you want. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and empowering ideas of the framework that I discuss, and it's living in the multiverse. Now, this isn't some sci-fi concept. It's practical life philosophy that helps you understand how every choice you have, every thought that you make, every action that you take aligns with a specific timeline that may or may not be within your dharmic path. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the multiverse as a metaphor and as that bigger meta view of things, but also as a practical tool for shaping your current reality. So this is like the metaphor of a pilot where he knows his destination, but 99% of the time he's off target. He's constantly making adjustments back to that target so that he can ultimately reach the destination that's intended. This is a similar concept where, as people living out our lives, moving towards our goals, we're often off target most of the time. Maybe 99% of the time we're off target. But if we keep reorienting ourselves back to the destination, we have a much likelier chance of getting there. Now, the multiverse is often seen as a concept from physics or science fiction, but it's also this powerful metaphor for the infinite possibilities that exist in our lives. Every decision we make creates a ripple effect, and it aligns with our specific outcomes and realities. It aligns us with those realities. So there is a scientific perspective here, and it's really based in quantum mechanics, where they call it the many worlds interpretation. It suggests that a quantum event creates branching realities, each representing a completely different outcome. So this is like every time an event occurs, the universe splits into these multiple parallel realities, and each possible outcome of the event exists in its own separate universe. So instead of a single outcome being chosen, like they talk about in traditional quantum mechanics, all outcomes occur at the same time, but they're just in different branches of reality, like that tree we talked about. So if a quantum particle can go left or right with the many worlds interpretation, it points to the fact that it does both, one in each parallel universe. So why is this important? Well, the many worlds interpretation challenges our standard perception of reality. It's suggesting that the infinite versions of ourselves and that of the choices that we make, they all exist simultaneously, each unfolding in its own very own version of the universe. So this idea has profound implications for how we think about possibility, how we how our perspectives on decision making, and the nature of existence itself as a whole. So the many worlds interpretation is it's respected really as a legitimate interpretation of quantum mechanics, but it's just considered to be one of many competing theories in quantum mechanics. It has a lack of testability, and the philosophical implications make it more speculative than definitive. in the eyes of most scientists, but it's one of many competing theories. So, with bringing neuroscience and decision making together, the brain's plasticity enables us to shift focus and behavior, effectively creating these new possibilities. So, that's how the science kind of merges together with what the concepts of neuroscience that I like to bring into my principles. So, imagine you're making a simple decision like applying for a new job, or in one timeline, for example, you might get the job and you start a new chapter of your life. In another version, you don't apply for the job or you don't get the job and you continue on your current path in life. Both realities exist as potentialities, and you choose the one that you most align with, one that you most resonate with, one that is most aligned with your dharmic path. So, why does this concept matter? Well, because living in this multiverse means that we are understanding that our life isn't some fixed result. It's not some determined destiny or anything like that. It's dynamic, it's fluid, it's filled with infinite potential across timelines. This perspective actually empowers us to step into the role of our lives as a active creator, active co-creator, rather than being a victim of our circumstances. This requires a mindset shift, I'll admit. Instead of feeling stuck or that you're not able to move into a certain reality that you might be attracted to, it's actually recognizing that every moment presents an opportunity to shift your ways of being and your trajectory towards that outcome that you most want to see as a reality in your real world. So adopting this mindset, it, in my own experience, reduces the fear, it reduces indecision, and it's replaced with more curiosity, more empowerment around my own life to create opportunities for myself, to create opportunities for my own growth, and for me to build the capabilities that are required to become that person that I need to be to experience that reality that I am seeking. And it also instills a level of excitement around what I'm able to create with my time here on Earth. And I know that if I can dream it, it's possible because I've done it many times in my life. And the multiverse just aligns so well with the aeonic principle that I talk about of temporal resonance, where your present actions ripple into the future, shaping the timeline of your experience in life. So I work in marketing and biz opportunities and things like that. So starting side hustles is something common in the community that I associate with. And so let's say somebody's considering to start a side hustle. One version of their future includes this vision that they have for themselves of financial freedom, freedom of time and uh, money, abundance, resources to do the things that they want to do. And another version of the timeline maintains the status quo of where they are right now by actively choosing and co-creating the aligned actions that it takes to get to the next step by step to reach that destiny. They tune into the timeline of creating the abundance that they need to have more freedom, which represents the excitement and the expansive definition of success that I'm talking about. So, how do we navigate the multiverse in a way that aligns us with our highest potential? Here's three practical steps to start to think this way. The first is to set your compass. What I mean by that is to define your desired reality with great clarity. Clarity is something I come back to over and over again when I talk about personal empowerment, personal development, getting to where you want to be in life. That clarity is essential to moving forward. It's a fundamental principle of achieving success. Deciding what that ideal future looks like, getting clarity on it, visualizing it, journaling it, making it vivid, feeling into the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So that's a very important principle that is true for me, and it's always a practice, not a perfect. The second is to make very intentional choices once you have that clarity. Understand that every choice you make, no matter how small you think that choice might be, it either moves you closer to or further away from the desired result on the timeline that you're operating on. So let's say, for example, a lot of people have goals around improving their health. If you make the right food decisions based on your goals, it aligns you with that future version of yourself. And if you don't, it doesn't. And so this is true for any practice that changes how we operate, how we relate to the world. And it takes discipline to build the resilience over time so that it's no longer an issue. You just make those right decisions because that's who you become. You are that person who eats the right food. You become that person who just goes to the gym and takes better care of themselves. Start where you're at. You don't have to be perfect. I always operate under the 80-20 rule with food and health and everything else. Like 80% of the time, I'm eating high quality, good food. And if I want to go have fast food once in a while or eat a pizza or something like that, then I do it. So I apply the 80-20 rule to everything that I do in life. And another concept is really to trust the process. Don't get bogged down by the fear of making the wrong decisions, getting stuck in a loop of indecision, and beating yourself up when you do make a bad decision or that one that's taking you further away from your goal. Again, we're just in this constant state of alignment. So of realignment, I should say. So trust that that comes from consistent intentional actions over time, but it's not going to be perfect. So don't get bogged down by that. Just keep working towards that, and you will change your mindset along the way and your ways of being. So practical tools for this concept, living in the multiverse, are journaling your timeline. Write about the version of yourself, the version of your life that you're aligning with, and track the actions that you're taking to manifest that in your life. So, great journal prompt might be, what does my ideal day in this timeline look like? What do I feel in those moments when I'm living this life that I want to live? What actions am I taking on a daily basis to make it a reality and to keep it a reality and to keep it that version of myself being the truth in my life? Visualization exercise is very, very powerful. Like journaling, spend, if you only can do it 5-10 minutes a day, still so valuable to really visualize the outcomes that you want. Engage all of your senses in those visualizations to make it feel as real as possible. And then uh, be grateful for where you are in the current present moment. Be joyful about where you are. The lessons that you're learning in your current reality are the ones that are teaching you how to become the person that you are aspiring and desiring and inspired to be, and feel into that gratitude. And also have like a daily reflection time. At the end of every day, reflect on whether your choices align with your desired future and gain a higher level of awareness of where you're at compared to where you want to be. This allows you to make those micro adjustments like the pilot to get closer and closer to the ideals that you're striving to embody. So living in the multiverse isn't about predicting the future, it's about creating it. The pilot doesn't predict that they're going to land at the right airport on that runway thousands of miles away. They create that reality of landing there on their own through the actions that they take during flight. And you're no different. So by clarifying your vision, you make intentional choices, you trust the process, you align with that timeline that resonates with your highest potential. If this was helpful, like, comment, subscribe, help spread the message. And I'll leave you with a question. What's one decision that you can make today to shift towards your ideal timeline? Let me know that in the comments. And until next time, remember, infinite possibilities are waiting for you. You just need to choose the one that aligns with your vision.